In a previous video, we talked about pencil and paper and how to use pencil and paper to sketch user experiences, and I still recommend that as a major tool. But for some things, particularly when the experiences get a little more complicated, PowerPoint can actually help us a lot. So what I'm going to talk about today is the use of casts and props, how to create a cast of characters, and then how to create the props to go with them and use that as a mechanism to build up our. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to this slide here. I've previously produced these pieces here, and the first thing I want to talk about are the faces. These are the same face ideas that we talked about before, which says simple eyes, simple mouth, simple eyebrows. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that together with this stick figure, which we can then do a lot of things with. Now the first thing I want to do with these is I've actually got these faces are grouped using the group feature in PowerPoint. I assume you know enough to draw lines and ovals, but the group feature is just Control G, or you can right click and find it here. I don't want to ungroup these right now. Okay, making them a group really simplifies their use. Now over here I haven't made a group out of this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this entire body here, and I'm going to hit Control G, and it converts to a group. Okay, I now can deal with this thing as a complete whole. So once you built a cast, building this cast takes about 5 minutes. Building this guy doesn't have very long, and you can put them together. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a blank slide. So first let me pick the happy face. I'll copy it, go to my blank slide, paste it. There it is right there. Then I'll go and select my body, copy it, put it right here, paste it. Now what I want to do, of course, is take my head and put it on my body. Now the reason I did several heads is because the mouth in each case is built out of different shapes. So this is a straight line, this is a curve, this is an oval. It just was easier for me to build 3 different heads and put them in my cast. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send that body back so that his neck no longer sticks into his chin. Now with this I can actually do a variety of things. So first thing let's do is let's go to the head here. Now, one of the things I like about having the group is I will just take this head and I'm going to make it big. And the reason I'm going to make it big is it's going to make it easier to work with. So I'm going to make this guy a little startled. So even though it's a group, I can click and get inside the individual items. I'm going to make him even more startled. He's really concerned. Bring those eyebrows down close. Okay, and he's worried. In fact, maybe he's got one eye shut. Okay, I'll right click on here and I can do an edit points. Didn't want to do an edit points on that. I can do a right click on, still got the wrong thing. Okay, now if this guy is actually concerned, I grab this thing right here, turn his smile upside down, make it a very deep frown, click the entire group and make it small again. Okay. So the idea is once I have my head, it's relatively easy to do something else with him. I can also, that head's a little small for that body. Okay, now I can take his, I've got this group which is, I'm going to take his hand and put it up here. I'm going to take his arm, bring it up to his hand. In fact, maybe what I'll do is I'll put it over on his head here. He's just concerned. Maybe this arm up here is startled. Okay, there's my guy. He's actually, I can actually select the whole guy and group him again. Bring him down and make him whatever size I need to make him for whatever story I want to tell. Okay, so basically it's a simple idea. I've just got a bunch of basic heads with expressions. I've got a body. I can grab these, make copies of them. I can put together whatever story I want to do. So I can take many of these guys. I can have a whole crowd of them. Paste, paste, paste. If I want, I can zoom in and give each one of them a different expression, different shape. All depends on the story I'm telling. Okay. Now, it turns out if you watched what I did here, it's almost as fast, sometimes faster, to do the pencil. Okay, but in this case the result I got was a little better. Now, the key to this that makes this effective is developing a cast of characters. And we might not want to stick figures, so let me show you another technique. So here's what I've done. I actually made a sketch, and I shot this with my webcam. Let me zoom out on you a little bit. I shot this with my webcam. It doesn't have to be a great picture. It was out of focus because I wanted to get it close to get it big enough. Doesn't actually matter, because here's what I'm going to do with it. Okay, what I did is I simply took that and I used this tool right here. It's the curve tool. I'll select that now and show you how to make a curve. And it's just a matter of click, 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 double click to close it. Okay, I can make any curve I want. And then I can change it up here. I can change the shape outline to black because I really like black for my characters. Alright, so let me delete that. What I did with that tool is, the first thing I did was her hair. I simply went around in a complete shape all the way around her hair. A complete closed shape. Okay, and then I did another complete closed shape which was all around her face. And then I did eyes, mouth, etc. Got them all done. Now what I can do is, let's for example come in here and select this curve. Okay, I've got that curve selected. I can go to Shape Fill, and I can go down here and give her brown hair. Okay, and then I can click that face. I can go to Shape Fill and give her a skin tone. Okay, I can keep doing that, and what I'll end up with is I'll end up with this slide here. Alright, so basically what I've done is I've taken and filled in all those pieces, and I filled in her lips. Lips are a little red, eyes are a little blue. We don't actually care. And then the next step is to simply take away that background sketch. And what I've got is this. Now, what I've got is individual shapes. I don't want individual shapes. I'm going to select the whole thing, do my group thing again, and now I've got a head. And I can take that head and I can put it anywhere I want. Now it's going to look a little silly, but I can go up here and grab a copy of a stick body and go down here to where I had my head, and I can put this head Make it a little bigger on the stick body. Okay, the head's too realistic for the stick body. I'm going to show you a little later how to deal with this. But also, she happens to be looking the wrong way. This stick person is facing this way. You see the feet? Okay, I just grabbed this right here. And now she's facing the other way. Bring her to the front. Okay, now the problem with that is this sketch is kind of goofy, frankly. My sketch wasn't that good. And a lot of you, if you're computer science students, may have the same problem. So let me show you another trick. Now, before we leave this, one of the tricks is if I wanted to do what I could do is I could do a sketch of a body. Maybe I do a sketch of several bodies in standard poses. And then having done that, I would have a head and I would have bodies, and I could put the bodies together with the poses to generate a lot of combinations in a real hurry. Different body on top of different heads on top of different bodies with different poses. Okay, but let's get over our problem with our sketching skills are not good. All right, and here's what we're going to do for that. There's an adorable baby. I just grabbed this off the internet somewhere. Adorable baby, and here's what I did. I did that same thing that I did over the sketch, I did over the top of the baby. Okay, I went through, did all the outlines, did the ears, did the eyes, did those little cute little lips, little mouth, little button nose, adorable little nose. Okay, I did all those things just like that. Except I didn't have to have any sketching skills because I actually used a picture of an actual baby to make it happen. And the result is this. So I eliminated the background and then I just did fill. Now let me back up a little bit because I frequently don't sketch with fill while I'm doing this. And the reason is because I need to see what's underneath. I need to continue to see the baby so I can know what parts I've got and what things I need to put together. Okay? Then once I've got that done, I fill. That's pretty red lipstick. That's the wrong color I grabbed there, but that's okay. Alright, I can do the same thing for other things I might need. So, I've been doing a lot of handheld computing lately. And so with handheld computing, I needed a pointer finger. So I grabbed my webcam. And this was a little bit of a challenge because while I'm trying to show you my right hand and manipulate the mouse to take the picture and hold the camera, I ended up needing one additional hand. So basically what I did is I took the webcam, put it in my teeth, so I'm using my head as a tripod to adjust the camera. I got a picture shot of my hand. Alright, you do what you got to do. It's not a great picture, but we don't care. We're going to do the same thing as we did before. So here I went through. I just did a complete outline. Having done the complete outline, I then filled it with a flashlight color and drew a few more details. I needed the details, so I actually turned the fill back off again, put the details on so I could see where my hand, where the knuckles were. And the end result, when I take it away, is something that looked like this. Probably would have been better if I had done a fingernail right there. I think a fingernail right there would have helped, but I didn't. What I've got now is I've got this hand. Let's see if it's grouped. It's not. Okay, so let's take all of this, group it. Okay, now I've got a pointer finger. I can put that anywhere I want. I can make it point any direction I want. So when I'm doing tablet kinds of things, I can just grab this finger out of my cast, put it on top of a tablet, and I can make all sorts of demonstrations. The key to being fast with PowerPoint sketches is build you up a cast related to whatever it is you're working in. Okay, because once you get your cast, you just grab them out of the cast, plop them down. Alright, I hope that gave you some techniques that let you build up an interesting cast of things without much sketching ability. Just the ability to grab pictures, trace the outlines, group them all and save them so you can put them together, tell the stories you need to tell as part of your user experience. Have a good time.